From the Opubco studios in Oklahoma City, this is another OU football update. I'm Mike Sherman, sports editor of the Oklahoman, here with our OU football beat writer Jason Kersey, and we're talking running backs. Jason, today in the Oklahoman, and right now on News OK, there's a story, an insider by you, outlining the inexperience of OU running backs. I was shocked to realize this is the most inexperienced core of running backs Bob Stoops has had since his first year.
Yeah, well, really, it's the most inexperienced group he's ever had, because at least his first year he had Seth Luttrell back, the fullback. He had Michael Thornton and Reggie Skinner back. They hadn't played much behind Damon Parker and John Blake's last year, but at least they were way more experienced than Keith Ford and Alex Ross are. And that's all the running back experience they have. They're even breaking in a new fullback with Dimitri Flowers.
So now in this passing era, the spread era, all that stuff is less important, or so it appears. However, the Sooners also recruited Joe Mixon, one of the top running backs in the country. His status, of course, tied up in court. He has an arraignment on Monday, but you got to believe that if Joe Mixon's suspension is resolved, he's going to play this year, because why else would he come? He said he and OU saw the inexperience coming back and the opportunity he could have here.
Yeah, I think that was a huge part of his decision to commit, and he talked about that at the spring game, that he was excited about the opportunity he had because of all the inexperience. OU loses Brennan Clay, Roy Finch, and Damian Williams, and then Trey Millard off of last year's team. So that spot is wide open. So yeah, if Joe Mixon suspension is resolved, if his issues in court are resolved, he very well could play this year after a couple of games. But right now, I think I've always said, and I still think Keith Ford is the leader, and he's the most likely guy to start the opener.
Why do you believe that, Jason? I mean, Keith Ford impressed at this time last year by running over Jordan Phillips on a viral video. But other than that, not too much. Why do you think it's Keith Ford over Alex Ross?
Well, because Keith Ford played as a true freshman, even in that experienced backfield. And to me, that says that the coaches really believe he can be something special. His biggest problem last year, I think he would have played more if he hadn't had a fumble problem. And he developed that about the middle of the year. But, Alex Ross, there are questions about, last year he gets in for his very first carry and gets a personal foul, right after picking up 7 yards. So, I think there are still some maybe questions about possibly his maturity, but to me, Keith Ford is the guy that they're more excited about. I could be wrong, though.
Thanks, Jason. That's all for this OU football update, but you can stay with the best coverage team anywhere every day at News OK and every morning in the Oklahoman.